Yeah, we are in here. What's up? What's good? What's popping? What's cracking? What's percolating? What's really good in the hood? It's your man Theo Butler, and I know. It's just a little bit, premature. Before we begin, like, share, subscribe. You like, leave a comment. If you don't like, leave a constructive comment. We're gonna talk about it. Y'all see the top? Y'all see the thing? Yeah. I'm gonna jump off into this thing. I am. Talking to Kamoyo King, president of the Black Panther fan group. Was talking to him, and just observing some stuff. What's going on, Groovy? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? You know, I joke and laugh when I say it's a joke. Not really, but it's a joke. When I say I'm classically read. You know, I'm trained on how to read stuff. And I read a lot of different literature. I remember one of the first pieces of work. It was it. No, not it. No. It wasn't it. It was the Amityville Horror. Stephen King wrote that damn book. That's a work of fiction. And Stephen King has written quite a few great pieces of horror fiction. This dude is world renowned. He is. What have we got? And we've gotten some great movies from Stephen King based on the books. Yeah. We have. We're not gonna act like that. Like they stuck to it as much as possible. No, that Stephen King wrote this. We finna get this. Just think about some of the horror movies you've gotten from Stephen King, and if you went back and read the book, you're like, oh Lord Jesus have mercy. To me, the books were always more terrifying than the actual movie in and of itself, because it was like he put some stuff in the books they just couldn't put on film. Like that's what that was. What's going on, Kamoyo? So you got that. You got Zora Neale Hurston's Their Eyes Were Watching God. Y'all remember that? Yeah. Halle Berry was in that. Yeah. Even Alex Haley's Roots, if you will. Some say it's fiction. I'm not saying it is or it isn't, but they stuck by and large to the book. They did. They did. They did. And if taking Alex Haley's Roots into consideration, you consider all of those works of fiction, they've all been honored. Source material was respected. Now we know how we got treated as kids and everything like that, reading comic books. You know, if as a male, regardless of how cool you were, thought you were, and everything like that, if you read comics, that was something you had to navigate in regards to your dating life, right? Your dating life and your passion for superheroes, because they weren't going to necessarily coincide with one another. They weren't. And if you collect the action figures, oh Lord, I would just tell you that as a young single black man, my action figures would strategically be posed throughout the house as statues. Like you wasn't gonna be able to look at, oh, that's a toy. No, you just go, okay, yeah, that's how it was, because you trying to get female. I've always loved superheroes. I've always loved the creativity that came from it. Not to cheapen what horror writers do, but you're one bad dream away from being a horror writer. Like I don't want to act like that. Like it's the nightmare. That nightmare that you're gonna have, it's gonna come up with all kind of crazy stuff. You just got to embrace it and be able to put it on paper. take it to another level. But how many times have you dreamed of having superhuman abilities? We fly, we do. But go to sleep and dream of some of this other stuff? Nah, we ain't doing it. Even with money being made, George Reeves, Superman, Adam West, Batman, Nicholas Hammond, Spider-Man, Spider-Man on the Electric Company. Even with money being made like that, Lou Ferrigno, Incredible Hulk, literary teachers didn't even embrace that style of writing. They just didn't. Yeah, you could do you some green eggs and ham, right? Right. Okay. You could what's the dude back in the day? Tom such and so, whatever. You could do that and everything. Huckleberry Finn, you could do all that. You could do Huckleberry Finn, you could. You could do Johnny Appleseed. Yeah, you that all that was respected. You say something about Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, somebody gonna look at you crazy. You try and write like that, somebody gonna look at you crazy. I know. Somebody looked at me crazy. My techniques in fiction, creative writing. I was writing superheroes. My teacher, when I first attended Florida State, rejected it. How do you reject that when it's money being made like that? Why wouldn't you encourage a student to embrace that? Because you don't respect it. It's fiction. Fiction is fiction, but not to everybody. There's a line drawn somewhere. A line that does not include Harry Potter. No, Harry Potter is going to be respected. Lord of the Rings, that's going to be respected. And if it isn't, all hell is going to break loose. The author is going to raise holy hell. The fans that have read books, those books are going to raise holy hell, and nobody's going to say anything to them because that fiction is respected. We understand what comedy is. We do. You get to a certain age, you understand what comedy is. You understand what drama is. You understand what dramedy is. So when you look at Batman as a kid, you understand what you're looking at. People, Generation X, we latchkey kids. We're not dumb. We understand that Adam West's portrayal of Bruce Wayne, Batman, was a character. We understood that was different from the comics. You got a feel good moment. You know the superhero was gonna win, regardless. You got to laugh. That was good. That was big back then. But you understood it was a difference. They never pretended to be anything other than. No, it's comedy. That said, though, you did have some actors and actresses that knew the role they were portraying. It was funny. It was a character, but that was Bruce Wayne. That was Richard Grayson, right? That was Selena Kyle, right? That was the Joker. Cesar Romero did do the Joker justice. He did, and that was the Penguin. Quang, 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 quang. That was the Penguin. It was. It was funny, but the actors got those characters right. What's going on, Javon? What's going on? Nicholas Hammond did what he could with what he had. Lou Ferrigno and Bill Bixby did what they could with what they had. Bruce Banner, brooding doctor, Bill Bixby knocked it out the park. Comic book fans loved this. Why that show ran so long? Because it respected the source material. It did what it could with special effects and everything like that. But it made it do what it do. Nobody cared for the Thor. The costume wasn't right. The hammer wasn't right. You never saw that Thor again. They tried it with the Daredevil. You think, okay, you finna get Daredevil black and everything. We been got that. We been got that. The costume was horrible. We rejected it. You never saw that Daredevil again. They tried 3 straight times to get Captain, and we rejected it each and every damn time. Each and every time. When I say each, we're like, whoa. And because we were the audience, the target audience, kids. Our parents ain't, no. Yeah, baby boomers knew a little bit, but even they knew Captain America don't look like that. Because the baby boomers bought them comic books and they read them to us, they kids. Or the baby boomers took us to the newspaper stand and bought them comic books. So they oh, you ain't watching? Okay, well you know no. Everybody was walking in lockstep. That is not Captain America. It ain't. We ain't have to worry about that no more. That's what that was. We rejected that. They gave us Batman. Michael Keaton. They waited. The concern from the studio was whether or not they were going to get it right. They hired Tim Burton. That movie is still regarded, those two actually, are still regarded as at least one of the best Batman movies ever made. Why? Because they respected the source. Michael Keaton researched Bruce Wayne. And yeah, he embodied Bruce Wayne. We Mr. Mom, nobody was expecting him to do that, and he did it. No, Tim Burton, Beetlejuice. Oh no, we weren't expecting that. And surprisingly so, they got it right. Jack Nicholson, the Joker. Oh, listen to me. Let me tell you something. Before Heath Ledger portrayed the Joker, oh, we wasn't even question. That was him. That was him. That dude embodied the Joker, embraced it. He was the damn Joker. That was the Joker. And every comic book fan knew it. And the Joker ain't no damn. That dude ain't no laughing stock. No, you're not gonna laugh at the Joker. You better not. you better laugh when he tell you to laugh. Laugh too hard if you want to. Well, ain't get it wrong. They ain't get it wrong at all. Then they got greedy. They got greedy. That wasn't Poison Ivy. That wasn't Bane. And we still, Mr. Freeze, who in the hell was that? Now, the baby boomers and Generation X, we rejected that movie. We rejected it, and we rejected it hard. There was nothing, mind you, can I tell you we bought the merch? Yeah. The action figures were nice. But the movie, oh no. Oh no. No. We went and saw it one time and came out showing our natural born to the point where movie studios were afraid to do superhero movies. They were afraid. You got to get it right. You got to get it right. They were afraid to do another superhero movie because they knew if they got it wrong, fans were gonna reject it. You think they were talking about the general audience was gonna reject it? No, they knew comic book fans, if they did not get that movie right, those movies right, because we the only ones that know it. The general audience don't know a damn thing. You going in there just to get you some popcorn and some Twizzlers and some soda. That's all you going in there for a good time. The comic book fan is going in there for a whole different reason. Well, it was the comic book fan that rejected Batman and Robin. And low key, we gave them a warning with Batman Forever. We was like, oh, okay. All right now. We don't know what you got going on, but you started to do a little too much. We gave them a warning. They ain't listen. Well, we showed them better than we could tell them. It's the general audience that's still going to consume superhero movies. The general audience is still going. It is. That's how they're making their money. It's the comic book fan that ain't going. Well, here come Blade. Took a chance with it. Why? Anybody really know who Blade was? They didn't. Blade, looking like a black cowboy with an afro. That's what that was. Okay. Wesley Snipes came on the scene. Wesley need to get way more respect for what he did and what he did. Like he need to get way more credit. Oh no, that's not gonna work. What's not gonna work? Him looking like that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. Let me get him a nice little flat top. Let me get him a nice little fade on the side and everything, some tattoos and everything. Put him on a nice little motorcycle, give him a dog a trench coat and everything like that there. Yeah. Make my dude a martial artist and everything, because that's Wesley's wheelhouse. Let me dude talk like he black. Stop having him talk like that. I be telling writers that today. You got these characters talking like they generic. No, you better have that character talk like that character. Wesley saying, no, this dude black. Well, with that, I be John Brown. Look at what we got with Eric. And Eric been like that ever since. Changed it up. Comic book fans ate it up. And do you know how we know comic book fans ate it up? Because that's been the version of Eric we've gotten since then. That comic book fans want that. Eric ain't really have no comic book like that. Oh, that's how you finna write him now? Let's go. Then you get the Spider-Man movies. You say Sam Raimi, he respected the source. He respected the source. It's crazy. I was working at Best Buy, and our sales manager, Dave Rogers, give him his credit, cut a deal with the movie theater where we got to see the movie. The staff, the crew from Best Buy got to see the movie the night before it premiered in the movie theater. Sure did. You know who had to field a lot of questions that night? I did. Because I was the resident comic book expert. Theo, that I ain't never seen that dude shoot no web shooters out his wrist like that before, but I'm here for it. You say, what? Theo, wait, I'm here for it. Because it never made no sense. You got all these other spider powers, but you can't shoot no webs. Well, seemed like that didn't make no sense to Sam Raimi either. But he respected every damn thing else. We got the part in there where Peter lets the robber run by him. You got comic book fans like, oh, he finna knock this on out the park, huh? Oh, you go ahead and do this. Yeah, we got the Green Goblin. I can't necessarily tell you I was a fan of the costume like that and everything, but old boy played Norman Osborn. He did. Damn. That was Norman Osborn. That was Norman Osborn. That was Aunt May. That was Uncle Ben. Eh, I ain't told y'all how I feel about the Mary Jane, but that was it. He honored the source material. Everybody, when did folks stop liking it though? Oh, Spider-Man 3. Know why? Detoured from the source material. Everybody wanted the black Spider-Man costume. That wasn't it. You settle. Comic book fans don't like that. If you finna settle, don't even put it in there. Settle. And that Topher as no. That was horrible. That was absolutely. And then what was this with the other Osborn? No, it's too much. Straight from the source material. Comic book fans rejected it. It wasn't the general audience. No, they went. They went. No, it was the comic book fan that rejected them. No, I don't want that. you doing too much. Well, they gave us X-Men movies. Comic book fan was like, oh, you finna do the X-Men? We didn't trip. That ain't the OG5? Okay. Because low key, you not presenting this like this the OG5. Okay, all right. You giving us the black X-Men costumes? Okay. We got this in the comic book, so we get it. We get it. We understand it. I don't know who this is over here as Sabretooth, but what can we say? Well, hell, Hugh Jackman was Logan. Yeah, he was tall as hell. He acted like Logan. He did. All right. Well, Patrick Stewart did. That was Charles Xavier. It was. I did. I read them comments. Yeah, he personified that character. Okay, the guy that played Magneto. Damn, he got it right. Damn, he got it right. Now, we don't know what was going on with Cyclops to this day. We don't know why Jean Grey was Framp Jansen. We don't know why she was older than Cyclops. But it's the same dude that gave Superman a kid. So, but we was happy. Well, what happened? We low-key saw it in the first movie. They started drifting further and further away from the source material. You just gave us the Phoenix Saga in name only. In name only. You still got some general audience fans talking about, oh, I like that movie, or that movie wasn't that bad. You got comic book fans like, man, that was garbage. That was trash. If a comic book fan own that movie, that has to be one of the least watched superhero movies in that fan's house. And the only reason why they got it is to complete the X-Men collection. Other than that, they don't F with that movie. They don't, because it doesn't honor the source material. And what wound up happening to the X-Men franchise right after that? They had to go away. They had to do a break. And we don't even talk about what the New Mutants movie. Why? You got some general audience members that they don't. That movie's okay with them. It's all right. It's not bad. Any comic book fan, that movie to a comic book fan is trash, and don't nobody brag about it. Marvel don't brag about it. Movie theaters don't brag about it. Walmart, I believe you can find that movie in the $5 bin at Walmart. Know why? Because don't nobody care. Can't no general audience fan talk to a comic book fan about that movie, characters from that movie, the writer from that movie, actors from that movie. We're not having that discussion. Okay, well, what didn't we like about the Fantastic Four movies that was done? That's Galactus. That's Dr. Doom. You just taking liberties with the source material now, huh? Who rejected it? Because it's some general audience fans that look at them two movies and be like, oh yeah, that's okay. What do comic book fans say? Man, it's trash. Which is crazy. You would think by now, when it comes to superheroes, folks would learn to listen to the superhero fan. Because what did the superhero fans say about this latest Fantastic Four project? You finna make the Silver Surfer or what? And what did you have general audience fans saying? Oh, that's not bad. And it's crazy because we need to understand some of them same general audience fans are comic book reviewers. They comic book reviewers. Now, what I'm about to say probably gonna sound ageist. Can I be an ageist or generationalist, if that a word? I'm of the mindset that if you are not either Generation X or baby boomers, you really aren't a comic book fan. Because you will just accept anything. You not going back. I've heard way too many comic book reviewers justifying a female Silver Surfer in that movie. That wasn't gonna go over with no comic book fan. Yeah, we know there's a female Silver Surfer out there. We do. Comic book fans ain't stupid. They not oblivious. But comic book fans are going back looking at Norrin Rad and be like, you finna give us who? Who? And comic book fans finna complain. Comic book fans complain. Male, female, heterosexual, LGBTQ, black, white, it don't matter. No comic book fan wanted a female Silver Surfer. The only folks that said that, now here's the thing. As a movie studio, any movie studio, you've been down this road before. And each and every time you've had to press pause. When you were giving us the Batman series of movies, you got beside yourself, you had to press pause. You was giving us the X-Men movies, you got beside yourself, you had to press pause because you kept drifting further and further away from the source material and just started doing what you want to do. Well, here it is, 2024. Well, I think it's safe to say the MCU they've abandoned the source material. The question that I asked, was this genre of fiction the most disrespected genre? I think that answer is yes. When you have executives saying they don't know the source, publicly coming out saying they hire people that don't know the source, saying they don't want folks that know the source. Well, what other form of literature can you say that with? Could I do a movie on Romeo and Juliet and not have read the book? Could I ever be interviewed for a job to do anything in relation to William Shakespeare and not have read William Shakespeare? Not be, at the very least, knowledgeable on William Shakespeare? Where could I do that at? If I were to do a movie based off a Maya Angelou poem, where could I go and apply for that position, being an executive over a Maya Angelou inspired movie, being a writer producer over a Maya Angelou inspired movie, and not know anything about Maya Angelou? It's not possible. Those writers are considered credible. Their works are respected, as they should be. As they should be. But what are we saying about the comic book writers? Is Stan Lee's work not to be respected? Jack Kirby, Marv Wolfman, John Byrne, George Perez, Jed McKay, Jason Aaron. What about their name, Jonathan Mayberry, Reginald Hutland? Christopher Priest, Ta-Nehisi Coates? What about their works of art? Those specific works of art, what is it about those that they don't receive the same type of reverence as the previous writers? Stephen King, you not gonna get that wrong. You not. You Gene Roddenberry. You not gonna get it wrong. There are fans there that gonna hold you accountable. Hell, you gonna hold yourself accountable because you see those literary forms of art a certain type of way. Well, what is it about the comic book character where you don't see it like that? You don't see it like that. You don't accept it like that. And it's prevalent. We just recently got, what's the name of this thing? Flashpoint. What was Flashpoint? Just the name. It wasn't respected. Something that was written by Jeff Johns wasn't respected. Jeff Johns is a great comic book writer. His work of art was not respected at all. Why not? Okay, well, who gave us Secret Wars? Why wasn't that respected? Why not? If I'm not mistaken, John Byrne gave us the sensational She-Hulk. John Byrne's a great writer. If I'm not mistaken, he's won some awards that Jonathan Mayberry has too. If I'm not mistaken, Reginald Hudlin has. I damn sure believe Christopher Priest has. Why weren't those works of art respected? It says a lot about the comic book company, movie studio that owns those works of art, and you don't even respect the works of art you have in house. I don't think I could ever get into an argument with a Maya Angelou fan about a Maya Angelou poem. Truth be told, I don't think I could get into an argument with a Notorious B.I.G. fan about any of his rap lyrics and get it wrong, because we respect the rap game, right? You got to get them lyrics right. You go have a conversation with someone who's a rapper fan, a rap fan, and you tell them you got a favorite artist, you better know the lyrics to quite a few of their songs. You can't go around telling no Drake fan you a Drake fan and you don't know some lyrics. No, they started off, you better be able to finish it. Well, what is it about this where you cannot care? You can half-ass it. If I tell the joke about the signified monkey to Tony Baker or Kev on stage, I better get that right. And they're not wrong for expecting that. That's their culture. That's their genre. They take being comedians, regardless of, I think they're funny, but they take their job as comedians seriously. Seriously enough to the point where if you someone who blocked them, they will go on Instagram and say, don't come in their comment section talking about the videos that they drop. Know why? Because they take comedy seriously. But those same comedians don't take their knowledge of comic books seriously. Why not? You wouldn't tolerate somebody misspeaking on Richard Pryor. If I tell a Richard Pryor joke, I do remember that Jim Brown joke, by the way. I'm not the only one, right? When this dude ran up on Jim Brown, it Richard Pryor was telling the joke, and the dude said, "Man, motherfucker, Jim Brown, I beat Jim Brown." Yeah, and Jim Brown said, "Gentlemen, I believe if you let the man go, he can express himself a little bit more better." And Richard said the dude turned around and looked at the dudes that was holding him and said, "If any of you motherfuckers let me go, I'll beat y'all." You need me to remember that joke, right? Because Richard Pryor is one of the greatest that ever did it. Yeah, that's just what that is. Well, Sam ain't nigga Falcon. He ain't. He's Sam Wilson. And if Kev, if your perception of a black superhero is that, or end of yourself, because low key, we could call you a black superhero, couldn't we? You don't need to be speaking nor joking about black superheroes no more, or superheroes in general, because you don't know how to tell jokes, because you don't possess the knowledge to tell that joke and it not be offensive, because you don't care, which is the problem in and of itself when it comes to superheroes. They don't care. Just want to make money. They'll blame it on everything else except for what it is: lack of knowledge, lack of concern about the source material. It's all about the almighty dollar. And that's all they want. They're going to throw a name up there. They're going to throw a story title up there, hoping that will spark your interest as a comic book fan. You know better when you start hearing about the synopsises and everything like that. You know better. Well, by then, they've already got the general audience member hooked in. The general audience member is the one that went to go see the Marvels. But the general audience member doesn't know why the Marvels failed. Now, part of that problem is because you don't have enough comic book fans speaking on it. You have folks posing as comic book fans speaking on it, and that's a different story in and of itself. But you don't have enough comic book fans speaking on it. Comic book fans will tell you each and every time why the movie failed. They're going to be very, very specific. See, contrary to popular belief, it's not the general audience member that's going back to back to back to see a superhero movie. No, it's not. It's the comic book fan who has seen that superhero movie, seen that the superhero movie honors the source material and goes back over and over. The comic book fan is the one who will recommend that movie to his or her friends based on whether or not it honors the source material close enough. You get it wrong with the comic book fan. The comic book fan, no different than a shopper buying something from either Best Buy, Walmart, or Target, does not get the customer service they should have gotten. They're getting bad customer service and they're getting bad product. They're not coming back. They're going to complain. And what do we say in the sales world? What will kill your business quicker than anything else? Word of mouth. Word of mouth. Can't afford to get movies wrong, superhero movies wrong. You taking the superhero fan for granted. And the superhero fan has shown you more than once since I've been living. And honestly, you executives, you directors, you're old enough to know it. If you don't respect the source material, the comic book fan will cancel it. And do you know why? Because the comic book fan got options every Wednesday. The comic book fan, yeah, I see when the Batman movies fell off, it wasn't the character that fell off. No, no, comic book fans kept going to the comic book store. They kept getting a Batman. If you were one of those fans and you don't like comics, but you love the movies, you're the one that missed out on Batman. The comic book fan did not miss out on Batman. X-Men fans, the only time X-Men fans missed out on the X-Men is when Marvel Comics said, you know what, y'all gonna keep getting these damn movies wrong. Y'all driving our sales down in the comic book store. We just not gonna put the X-Men out there no more. Yeah, them X-Men movies were just, and we tried to tell somebody the other day, if you are a fan, you touch these characters in all facets. If you just go to the movies, you don't know. Well, the X-Men movies were so bad, they were killing the comic book sales. Well, Marvel said, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We just gonna move them. You know, we ain't no. We ain't even talk about the X-Men no more. Marvel didn't bring the X-Men back in the comics until they got the X-Men rights back, the Krakoan age. That whole Krakoan age, Marvel got the rights to the mutants back. Okay, well, that's what that was. Now, here's the thing. What you finna do now? You already got your boy talking crazy. Ain't no viable black X-Men. Ain't no comic book fan going for that nonsense. I'm telling you. So you finna put out what you finna do? It's comic book fans. Yeah, you got all these folks hype and everything like that. I'm telling you, that's not what it is. Comic book fans don't care. We go watch their videos just to see what you finna put out, but nobody's buying their hype. I don't care how many people talk about Captain America New World Order. No comic book fan is hyped. You can put all the trailers out you want to. You absolutely can. Has nothing to do with nothing. Ain't no comic book fan checking for that. That's the general audience. The general audience is not going to carry you past the finish line. And the only reason, that's why I said, do not get it confused. Your movies do not have Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman baked into the recipe with Wesley Snipes and all them other cameos. No, 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 no. That's not every movie that you got coming out. So you can't, please don't think that's what that was, because it wasn't. No. If you keep drifting further and further away from the source material, comic book fans will do what they've done before, abandon the movies. My question to the movie studios and the movie executives is, one, why is this what you're doing again? And two, why don't you have the reverence for comic book stories that you have for other stories? Why don't you have the respect for these writers that you have for other writers? Why do you feel like you have the luxury to do whatever you want to do with these characters in ways the creators never intended? Why? You would never do this with anybody else. You would. And that's the question that I got on the table. As a classically trained reader who's read works of fiction from quite a few writers, authors, regardless of what they were writing about, I think it's a fair question. Why do you feel studios, general audiences have that lack of respect for the superhero genre? Marvel's had nothing to do with the story. It didn't. Spider-Man No Way Home had nothing to do with the story, the source material. I think it's safe to say Secret Wars was anything but. It was. Flashpoint was trash. Blue Beetle, I don't know why. Black Adam, what for? I could keep this list going. Thor Love and Thunder, was that really Gore the God Butcher? What are we doing? Is this the Marvel Cinematic Universe or is this the Kevin Feige Cinematic Universe? No, those two things are not the same thing. Is James Gunn going to give us the DCU, the DC Cinematic Universe, or is he going to give us the James Gunn universe? Those things are not the same. And I'm saying this because I'm asking these questions because the comic book fan does not want the Kevin Feige cinematic universe. The comic book fan is going to reject that. The comic book fan does not want the James Gunn cinematic universe. The comic book fan is going to reject that. The comic book fan wants the universe based on the superheroes that he or she grew up reading about. And except for modifications done for common sense reasons, the comic book fan don't want you drifting too far from that. No, they don't. Whether you're doing live action or whether you're doing animation, do not give me no Crisis on Infinite Earths if it ain't Crisis on Infinite Earths. We don't want that. We're not gonna pay for that. It's our money now. And we're not gonna share them stories with our kids. See, that's the other thing. You need to return. You need the audience. We're not gonna grow that audience. We're not gonna grow that fan base. Because we got options on the table. The option is every Wednesday. I joke and I laugh about it, but it's the truth. You a Black Panther fan, you cannot tell me you a Black Panther fan, but you ain't done nothing regarding Black Panther since Wakanda Forever. You got to be killing me. No, I'm not going for that one. I'm not going. That's like telling me you a Pittsburgh Steelers fan and you ain't checked on the Pittsburgh Steelers since the last football game they played last season. I'm not going for that. I wasn't even born that night, let alone last night. No, some of y'all be saying stuff sometimes, and then watch this. You ain't finna tell me you a Black Panther fan and you ain't going all the way back. No, stop that. Ain't nobody ever satisfied about knowing half or nothing about their favorite something. You need me to say that again? Ain't nobody ever satisfied with knowing half or partial of anything about their favorite something or someone. Stop that lie. Stop that lie. Just stop. Just stop. Because there's way too many damn people. If you ask them what their favorite such and so and so is, damn it, they can write a book on it. They can write a book on it. So I don't want nobody because I can't do that with you. I done went and I done read the book. You got to get some book sense, right? Book sense. I got that. You got to have you some street sense. Okay. Well, I got street sense. And you got to have you some common sense. All three of them books are not the same. No, they're not. Well, I didn't read each one of them books. No, I'm not doing that. Juju, the best thing about Deadpool is that Feige and crew gave the reins to the guys who love those two characters. They just signed checks and contracts. That. And mind you, Ryan had to send this dude 7 scripts. Theo, why you got quiet? Because the dude that gives a damn about the character, he had to send in 7 scripts to the dude who has literally told you he ain't been effing. He did not start effing with these characters till he was teenagers. Theo, no. Theo, no. I just want us to hire the person that's qualified for the job. That's it. That's it. I don't want us to be sitting up here acting like we surprised Marvel Studios is struggling when the person that's over the studios then told you what their comic book background is. That I don't want us to do that no more. I don't want to, and I don't want us to blame it on superhero fatigue either. When the dude that's over Marvel Studios keeps giving you stuff that ain't got nothing to do with the source material. I don't want to keep doing that. Because I feel like that's insulting my intelligence, and I'm starting to take that person. I'm starting to feel some type of way. Do the comic book companies bear some of the blame? You know what? That's a great question. I probably would have been inclined to say yeah. Previously, I would have been. Except here's the thing. I know, and you're gonna be like, you know what, Theo, damn it, you be being too nice. Eh, I would love to say the comic book companies bear some of the blame. I would. Except here's the thing. Stop me when I'm wrong. I know for a fact that when they decided to kill off T'Challa, delete T'Challa, he started being written a certain type of way. How he was written under Ta-Nehisi Coates was it was a complete 180 when it came to JR. It was. And to CB's credit, that's why I say we give folks, we criticize folks. You got to be able to compliment. I believe if you can give somebody a criticism, you can give somebody a compliment. I do in the same fashion. Well, clearly CB was listening. CB said, "Oh no," and he probably had a conversation with Kevin that was longer than 5 minutes. He probably, hey, because they was probably getting ready to do what they did with the X-Men. And we need to understand, if they kicked the X-Men off to the curb for some years because Fox wasn't doing it right, what make us think they wouldn't have did the same damn thing to T'Challa? Man, get him on up out of here. Oh, no. CB probably went over there and said, hey, I know what you got going on over here. I can't do that over here. What you mean? Oh, they acting out. What you mean they act? Oh, they showing out. They showing out. They show you can ignore them over there, but I put stuff out every week. Oh, they showing out. They showing out. So no, I can't do that over here. I can't do that over here. And I'm gonna tell you like this: I'm not gonna do that over here. No, I'm gonna give them what they want because they tell it I want this money. Well, we can sit over here and say CB was over JR's run, but CB was also over Ta-Nehisi Coates' run. Well, CB got JR up out of there. He came back with Dr. Eve Ewing. And then, because folks got to talking again, I know CB supposed to got to be tired of Black Panther fans. Damn it, y'all don't know what y'all want. Folks got to talking again. Eve Ewing's run ended. But CB still listening because CB said, hey, I know they want Black Panther. We're going to give them some of this. We're going to give it to them this way like this. And then, Brian, give them something different over here. Give them something different. See what they like. Okay, you got Brian. Then he said, well, damn it, they don't like Eve. That's why I said, folks, we need to shut up. You know, Cheryl, Miss Eden, can you come in for a second? Yeah. Can you give him something else? Give him Black Panther, but give him something different. Give him something different. Give him something different. Sarah, come in. You're a Black Panther fan. You like this. Uh-huh. Keep that coming. Keep that coming. Oh, Jed McKay got him in the Avengers too? Keep that thing coming. Yeah. Oh, he finna show up in X-Force. Oh, yeah. Issue 2? Oh, yeah. Keep that coming. Keep it coming. Oh, he finna the Predator. Hey, Juju, I just found out that Predator versus Wolverine thing, that's canon. That's canon. So the Predators exist, but because it's a shared thing right there, you won't see them again until. But yeah, the Predators exist in the 616. I just want to get that on that there. So I'm sitting over here like, oh, you finna give me to T'Challa versus the Predators? Oh, they ain't got that over there in the movies. They ain't got that over there in the movie. And CB sitting over there like this: more money, more money, more money, more money. We Black Panther fans were like, more T'Challa, more Black Panther, more Wakanda, more Shuri, more Okoye, more Dora Milaje, more Midnight Angels, more Hatu, more Hunter. We sitting over here smiling. They're the ones over there suck. That's not superhero fatigue. Let me just, you can't be superhero fatigue. It's not what that is. It's not. But you want money, you finna do the Eyes of Wakanda. You say it's Iron Fist in it. Well, why are you telling us about an Iron Fist and you're not telling us about the Dora Milaje? Why are you telling us about an ancient Iron Fist, but you're not telling us about an ancient Black Panther? Why are you not mentioning the Hatu? That's what the comic book fans are checking for. It's the casual fan, the general audience, that's going to be overjoyed that you got a Iron Fist showing up in a Black Panther project. That's the general audience. The comic book fan not checking for that though. The comic book fans still checking for T'Challa. The comic book fans is still trying to figure out why Queen Mother Ramuna took a dirt nap. It was the comic book fan that did not go watch Wakanda Forever over and over and over. And that's the audience that you're losing. By and large, that's the audience that you've lost. And you're not showing any signs whatsoever of getting them back because you're not showing any signs that you respect that audience. Thus, showing a lack of respect for that form of literature, that genre of literature. Why? That's my question. I don't have the answer. I wish I did. I don't. As someone who's read all forms of literature, Huckleberry Finn and all that other good stuff, I wish I could tell you. I have absolutely no idea. Keep up with these notes. Juju, Afro Darrell. People trying to put Deadpool and Wolverine's success on the MCU when these two characters were already popular and people were waiting years for this team up. That's what I said. And the thing is, Juju, you're pointing something out with that. Those of us that are constructively critical, I'll say that, we knew the likelihood of that movie succeeding. Like you said, it's Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. First of all, you can tell based on their performances in those roles, they care about those characters. You're a comic book fan, that's what you want. Well, when was the last time you heard an actor say they cared about the character they were portraying? No, on the contrary. Even Harrison Ford, thank you, Kamoyo, for that, just recently came out. He wasn't pressed. Okay, well, Anthony Mackie wanted to play T'Challa. But can we say Anthony Mackie is a student, pun intended, of the game when it comes to either T'Challa or Sam Wilson? Okay, well, clearly Mahershala Ali cares about Blade, maybe too much, because they won't let him get near the character. Okay, well, Yahya Abdul, he played Black Manta, but does he care about comic book characters? or is it just a paycheck to him? I asked that question because even he has criticized the superhero genre. So does he even care about the character he's portraying? That whole cast and crew, when it clearly Nate Moore did not care, did any of the cast and crew care about the characters they were portraying? I think that's a fair question to ask, because the ones that do care, that's the exception. That's not the norm. That is not the norm. The ones that do care, they break out in highs. They be about to have nervous breakdowns, Chris Evans. But how many say they actually care? How many have actually shown, demonstrated that they've cared about the character? Well, think about this for a second. If the executive don't care, if the person that's writing the script does not care, and if the person that's reciting the lines from the script does not care, why are we thinking the comic book fans, who, let's be clear, that's the target audience? Folks say it's not. If you put out a Western movie, the Western fan, the fan that loves Westerns, that's the target audience. You want to make your movie, your Western, relatable enough so that the general audience loves it as well. But oh no, the target audience are those who are fans of Westerns. Sitting up here saying that the target audience for superhero movies is not the superhero fans, that's disingenuous. But that's another form of disrespect. So yeah, you right, Juju. Greetings, Theo. Hi, what's going on? We in here. What's going on, Darrell? What's going on? Darrell coming to us from Pine Tops, North Carolina. What's going on? The Flash was worse. It was half the story. I would have rather had a totally original Flash movie than, boy, look, it was crazy because I sat up here. This is what I did. I said, so you think I'm finna go to this movie theater and pay to see this movie when I got the whole series right here? You know what I'm waiting on them to do? And I'm like, James, don't do that. James, don't do that. I'm asking nicely. Don't do this. Please don't do this. Don't ever do this story if you're not gonna get it right. Don't ever do this story if you, because the comic book fan is gonna be like, wait a minute. And that's what comic book fans do. I'm sorry. Y'all put that stuff out. The comic book fan goes to the comic books and start going through it. If they ain't read that story in a while, or they refreshing themselves, they getting themselves ready. They getting excited for something. They like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get all this right here. And you give it to them wrong. Say you didn't got them to get into the movie theater, i.e. ain't no leak plot nowhere. You ain't, the synopsis kind of giving them hope. Get it wrong. Get it wrong. You get it wrong, that comic book fan is gonna partner up with another comic book fan. They may have went to go see it together. They might have went to go see it the same night. They in two different times. They finna have a conversation. Man, that was trash. Man, that was garbage. They finna go to work the next day. Co-workers who ain't comic book fans, but listening to them, hey, did you go? Because they know the comic book fan went to go see. Hey, did you go see something? Nah. Or did you go see? Yeah, I went to go see that. You ain't like it? Hell no. Like the comic book fan gonna suck their teeth. Hell no. That was trash. Well, what was wrong with it? That's gonna be the question. What was wrong with it? You as a studio executive, you know what you hoping? You hoping that whatever the comic book fan says was wrong with it is not bad enough for the person that's a general audience member not to go see it. Remember, they got money in their pocket. They like going to go see movies, but they don't want to go see no bad movie. Well, keep getting wrong if you want to. Once studios know a movie is probably going to bomb, why don't they stop? It makes you think, how bad was Batgirl? How bad was Batgirl for them not to even release that at all? Like, you can't even find it. How bad was Batgirl? Like, no, it ain't even going to DVD. It was that bad. Because we got Black Adam. You just think about this for a second. We got Black Adam, we got Flashpoint, and we got Beetle. And Batgirl was worse than them. Well, who made the movie? Oh, y'all did. Well, who greenlit it? Oh, y'all did. Why? Why would y'all greenlit a Batgirl movie? For who? I get it. No, I get it. No. I understand. Women. You want to get the women in. Okay, well, put Barbara in a prominent role in the Batman movie. Don't do the Killing Joke thing, because that's gonna piss women off. Don't do that. Make this something either before the Killing Joke or after the Killing Joke. But don't do no Killing Joke thing. You get the women coming. Was that the problem? You wanted to get you some women, but you didn't know how? Stop forcing the damn story and just tell the story right. You just gonna give me a whole ass Batgirl movie, no build up in no Batman movie. She just showing up, huh? It must have been a comic book fan threw a flag on the place and said, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that one. But that's a comic book fan. No, that didn't make no damn sense. What's going on? Ronnie in the building, Kamoyo in the building. You can add Spawn was another cause of fear for superhero. Yep. That's what wind up. You put out a bad movie. It's the comic book fan that's gonna reject it. Well, we keep telling y'all what's wrong. That's the duty of the clerk to make damn sure they know about these characters. They are researching that. Come on, boy. Come on. Old regime at Warner Brothers green lit before discuss. I heard John talk about he had to a comic book store, was going to buy a random Punisher comic. The clerk recognized who he was and said, here's these guards. Listen, you that's what's gonna bring it. What do we say about Charlie Cox? He loved the character. He cared about the character. Okay, well, you know what? The eye test is football season is approaching. The eye test. Comic book fans can tell the way that Charlie Cox portrays Daredevil. He cares about that damn character. He cares about Matt Murdock and his civilian guys. He cares about Daredevil. He embodies that character. That's what you want. That's what you want. And I ain't gonna act like Ben, you did your thing. Ben Affleck, I ain't gonna act like that. Ben did his thing too. That's what you want. Somebody got to care about the character. Somebody got to care about the story. Somebody besides the comic book fan. Because the way we gonna show we care is we not gonna F with it. Like if I'm doing a Black Panther film and I don't have Priest, Hutland, Hickman, Mayberry, Eaton, and Coates on the phone or in the writer's room. I don't know what you're doing. Especially if you plan on using one of the stories, one of their stories. Like I don't know how you finna do that and you ain't talk to them. I would think that's built-in money. If the comic didn't make money, I don't know why you wouldn't talk to the person that wrote that comic. So I'm greedy. I'm trying to get all the money. I'm on the phone with the person that wrote that story. They coming in back and forth and everything like that. I'm showing y'all, I'm taking pictures with the person and everything like that. I'm trying to get the fan base hype, the comic book fan hype, because I know that's gonna get you. I'm like, oh, he taking pictures with Retina. Because Theo, no, I just say it. I would be, y'all would see me surrounded with everybody from Christopher Priest all the way up to Cheryl Eaton. That except for one. Except for one. Is one not invited to the party. I'm not inviting that person to the party. But everybody else, from Cheryl Eaton going all the way to Madonna, Christopher Priest. Yeah, everybody. Even though Roxanne Gay, all them invited to the cookout. All them. I'm taking pictures with all them, except for one. Except for one. And all them, watch this, all them, because I want everybody to come. All them showing up in a cameo role somewhere in the movie. All of them showing up somewhere in the movie. Watch this. Can I a relative from Stan Lee and Jack Kirby? They showing up in the movie too. Then we used to have Stan Lee showing up cameos in the movie. Well, yeah, I'm gonna get me some relatives from the Lee Kirby family. Yeah, it's only one person not making it. I know y'all like Theo. It's only one, but I'm getting that synergy from the comic book fan base because they're like, oh, you know how we talking about Christopher Reeve's son is in the Superman movie? They're like, oh, he got Jack Kirby granddaughter in the movie. Mm-hmm. He got Stan. Mm-hmm. He did Ta-Nehisi. Mm-hmm. Right. I got everybody in the movie. I got everybody in the movie. Then the movie, the plot synopsis, if it's based off one of them stories, it's gonna make all the sense in the world. I would have the writers promoting the movie. That don't hit hard. The writer from a comic book telling you they work side by side with such and such and so and so, and they guaranteeing, oh, this movie finna hit. Oh yeah. That's what I did, but hey, nobody asked me. John Ostrander was in James Gunn's Suicide Squad. Yep. If you auditioning for the character, you got to take this pop quiz to see if you qualify. I just something. If I had a store and the next T'Challa actor comes in, not only my recommended books, I'm he ain't gonna get it wrong. He listen. He ain't gonna get it wrong. Watch this. You send him Dora Milaje, Midnight Angel, Okoye, Anika, Ayo, Queen Mother Ramonda, Hunter, yeah, Injadaka, yeah, T'Chaka, yeah, and Nahanda, yeah, all them, all them. Especially Sion. Still trying to figure out who the hell Njobu is, but who was Njobu? That's a great question. Did we care about this? No, clearly we did. Listen, like I said, I don't have the answers. I don't, but it's clear. I believe that's what that is. I don't know why that is what that is, but I believe that to be what that is the only reason why we have the current state of films that we've been getting is because that genre is not respected. If that genre was respected, the liberties that are being taken with it would not be taken. The thing is that you have people that say they are fans, but even they're not fans. They're not fans. And I go back and I say it one more time. There's no way in the hell you can tell me anything is your favorite and you don't know anything about it. That's not even possible. That's no. That's not. It's not. If it's your favorite, you know, because it's your favorite. Well, it ain't no different here. It's the eye test. It's a lot of people putting on for the gram in Hollywood, Marvel Studios, Kevin Feige, James Gunn, if you keep putting on for the gram, it's been at least 2 times comic book fans then showed Hollywood that if you do not do right by these characters, they will dead the whole damn genre. And if you want to roll, well, you've been rolling the dice like that. Get out your way. No, it ain't pale. Pale is stale. No, it ain't about doing movies with just all white characters, all white male characters. No, it's not. It never has been. It never will be. It's about honoring and respecting the source material. Anybody telling you anything different is being disingenuous and is not a comic book fan. And if you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to have to wipe the movie board clear and get Secret Wars to the public sooner than later to start over from scratch. When you start over from scratch, remember what got you there. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Listen, thank y'all so much for rocking with a brother. Y'all didn't have to do this. This is my midnight, well, my afternoon special. It's something that's been on my mind, something that has been, just when I look at articles, when I look at what they want to do with video games, when I look at what they're doing with movies, when I look at what they're doing with series, streaming series and everything like that, it's a lack of respect. It's a lack of respect. We can sit up here and we can get Pacific Rim Black right because we're respecting the source material. We can sit up here and get a King Kong animation on Netflix right because we're respecting the source material. Harry Potter movies did great because they respected the source material. The what is it? The Rings, whatever, Lord of the Rings, the movie did great because it respected the source material. Anytime the movie goes above and beyond to respect Joaquin Phoenix, Joker, he respected the character. It was a Elseworlds title, but he embraced the character. Anytime they go away from that, it's trash. The fact that they got to tell you right now that they're going to, and I don't know if y'all have heard this, the female Silver Surfer that was going to show up in the Fantastic Four, they're rewriting the script to get rid of her early because they heard what fans were saying about Norman Reed. Well, if you'd heard what fans were saying, or if you just would have paid attention to the comic books, you wouldn't even have to talk about a female Silver Surfer. You wouldn't have to rewrite the story. You'd have wrote it right the first time. But to do that, you got to be a comic book fan, or at the very least, respect the source material. And it's all too telling that you don't. Listen, can you imagine a Don McGregor cameo as a boat captain as a ship called the McGregor? I could. I absolutely could. Listen, thank y'all so much. Once again, this has been wonderful. Please share the video, like, share, subscribe. There's a lot of Black Panther content on here. And what I will say is this: if you are a Black Panther fan, there is no such thing as you waiting for the next Black Panther project. No, we don't do that over here. You're a Black Panther fan, we drop Black Panther content. You want some Black Panther content, come over to the channel. You want some Black Panther content that ain't on the channel, say something to the channel, we'll make it do what it do. You can reach myself, Kamoyo, Black Panther Fan Club, Black Panther Fan Group President, and my brother D Real, co-president of Rock With Me Nation. You can reach us over there on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. It's Black Panther. Black Panther, and it's superheroes. So ain't no such thing. We're not suffering from superhero fatigue over here. Make sure you got your notifications on and everything like that. I did promise y'all that I was going to bring to y'all Blood Hunters issue 1. Right. And we dropping them simultaneously. We did drop David Liss's first issue of Black Panther Man Without Fear yesterday. We are going to be going back and forth between his run, Black Panther, T'Challa's in Hell's Kitchen, and Jonathan Mayberry, Claws of the Panther with Shuri, she in Wakanda. So make sure you got your notifications on. This has been a blast. In the meantime, in between time, I want to be able to come back and talk to y'all more like this, as opposed to talking about us in the past tense. So, in the memory of the late great Don Cornelius, I wish each and every last one of y'all love, peace, and so we out.